Hello everyone, this is Bob and Threadbare, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. Full regimental dress mandatory. I believe it is possible to acquire a full suit of Nilfgaardian armor just from running around. I've never bothered, though, because apparently all it gets you is entry into a Nilfgaardian army brothel.
Fled into the swamp.
And I've got better things to do.
Deserters tried to flee on horseback. Were caught here, looks like.
Like track down some deserters and kill some ghouls, for instance. Seems like there was just the one so far. But I know I saw those little indicators, noise indicators, say that there are other ghouls elsewhere. Alright, one left. I only need to hit twice. Nice. Just what I wanted to see. Erendite. Oh, just maxed out again. With that last hit. Nice. But yeah, tracking. Gotta be doing that too.
Dog tracks. It's as if they were pursued.
As if? Looks like they were caught.
Tried to run, but got stuck in the bog. Great target for an arbalist. Black hair. Not who I'm looking for. Red hair. Probably him. Need to find something else to know for sure. Letter to his mother. Least I can do is get it to her. But that's it.
Oh. He confessed his sins before he tried to flee, died. So I am guessing from that his intention was to desert and then, send a letter to his mother and finally disappear into some part of the countryside. Oh, aren't you big? What can I do about that? Alright, well, it is a demon. Or fiend, I believe. And fiends are relics. And this one is apparently also really tough. Oh dear. No time at all to knock off my Quen shield. Sword is maxed out. Still getting more power from my mutation. So yeah, once I get going and don't get hit, what? Off he goes. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, looks like there are some dead bandits here. Oh, new bandits who were kicked out of their home by their father and decided to start banditing out of this tiny little, it's not even really a cave, it's just A little bend into the earth that's been fortified with wood. And it would have been a decent bandit hideout if a giant monstrous fiend hadn't shown up and killed them all. Welcome to the Witcher setting, where that kind of stuff just happens.
Nilfgaardians camped here, left in a hurry. Boot prints, but also some bare feet. Strange. Need to follow these deeper into the woods. Nilfgaardian prints again. Came this way escorting a group of barefoot peasants, or was it the other way around?
Well, since the Nilfgaardians are missing, I suspect it didn't all end well.
What's that stench?
I should probably follow the smell now. See if that can give me any hints. Oh. Wolves. Hang on. Wow. Got farther into that fight without getting hit than I expected I would. Just gather a bunch of wolf livers and let's continue following this. Oh, no, that's where it ends.
Draconid musk. Fresh smelling. Must have settled in around here recently.
Huh. So is that why the peasants and the Nilfgaardians were together? Or were the peasants luring the Nilfgaardians to the Draconid, or were they hoping...
Bodies strangely contorted. This one was poisoned. Could be a Draconid's territory.
Poisonous one, no less. Probably a wyvern. Should get the right oil on my sword. But yeah, did the Nilfgaardians know what they were getting into? That's the main question at this point. And I thought this was going to be related to the ghouls and to the, there it is. I thought it would be related to the ghouls that were also in this area. Also involved with a bunch of Nilfgaardians wandering into town, messing with peasants. But considering the wyvern was alive, I suspect that the Nilfgaardians, warned or otherwise, were not successful.
Rigor mortis suggests poison. Hang on. Liver's gone. Chewed out. Necrophages? Something heavy was dragged through here. Bodies?
Getting a bit stranger now. Apparently I can head straight back to the Nilfgaardians right now, but this is... well, the trail continues. Oh, and...
Might want to look around some.
apparently there's some Witcher gear in the area, too.
Ghoul's nest. No uniform, no boots. Clearly not a Nilfgaardian soldier. Someone from the village nearby.
No ghouls around, though. That's odd. Huh. So the motivations are still unclear. But from what we can reconstruct, the Nilfgaardians were definitely brought to a Draconid nest, the Wyvern, by a bunch of local peasants. And both, while we haven't found any Nilfgaardian bodies, we know they're missing. And we have found a bunch of, at least one peasant body, which implies that they also didn't do so well. Speaking of not doing so well, galloping gives you a great combat or damage bonus with a sword. But lining up a shot, now that is a bit more difficult. However, what I am forgetting about at this moment in the video, and that I remember later on in this playthrough, is that if you click the attack button and hold it down, then once you get near an enemy, time slows down so that you can line up a good shot and make sure you hit them. This is not just useful for mounted combat in general, but also vitally important for the second DLC of the game, if you want to win a certain tournament. But more on that once we get to it. In another 70 episodes or whatever. Regardless, I'm in the area, so I figured
Be gone.
Come on.
Come no closer. I know whence you come.
Okay. The light is gone. The area is full of wolves.
The powers that protect me, they sense whence you come.
And an androgynous voice is telling me to go away. Also seem to be getting a fairly unique combat music, too. We did also find a signpost, so that's something. And now I'm hearing a heartbeat, and there's a cave entrance nearby. Okay.
Be gone. Be gone. Be gone. The powers will not hear that.
Damn it.
And now we're up against a werewolf with a ton of hit points. I get the feeling that we've stumbled into something related to a fairly important plot point.
Medallion time. Show yourself. Power. It's gotta be.
Well, I suppose we could explore inside that.
Be gone. Be gone. Be gone.
A voice from within the tree.
Yeah, I've gathered that. Not to mention the pounding heart sound. But yeah, maybe we leave the exploration of whatever that is until we get an actual mission involving it. Until then, we'll just continue with the question marks, I think. And well, that's an earth elemental in the distance, so Elementa oil. Now there is something tricky about elementals. Golems, earth elementals, and the like. which is that they hitting them causes a lot of damage to your sword. Also, they're pretty easy to interrupt, which is good because if they actually get a hit in, they deal immense amounts of damage. So that's not something you want them to be doing very often. Alright. Figure we'll just keep on cleaning up in this direction, this little corner of the map. Things here are relatively strong, but so far, it's nothing we can't handle. A lot of guarded treasure, though. So, where's the guard? I'm seeing a bit of gas, but that's nothing I can't deal with. Maybe it'll show up after I grab whatever it is. Yep, sure enough, there it is.
That stench.
Bilgehag. Upgraded water hag. Well, by comparison. Still mostly depends on enemy levels, of course, as you can plainly see. So let's see what else we've got around here. Oh, a bandit camp. On a bridge. Bandits love bridges, don't they? I mean, it makes sense. A bridge is a location where bandits, where travelers don't really have a choice but to deal with bandits. Alright, and that's that. Oh, and that must have been the treasure. It's, as little of it as there was. Okay, so what have we got next? We'll keep going south, apparently. Gonna stick with the road for now, though. I think it doubles back. It looked like it did. Plus, I've got a much better chance of finding a marker if I'm on the roads. Yeah, get closer. Go ahead. Dang it. Oh, man. Well, I've done better, but I've also done worse. Either way, I survived, so I'll take it. I haven't found any road markers, though. Maybe it's up next to that building. Either way, it doesn't look like this... Oh, no. No, it does keep doubling back south. Stick with it for the time being. But, you know, check behind the ruins, because there's usually something. Even if it's just a dark steel plate. Come on, road marker. Guarded treasure, I guess that's something. Oh, another wyvern. Let's see. Yep. Get this handled here. Oh, there he goes. Not for long, though. And yeah, as you can see, my sword has reached 50%. That's not just all the wyverns I've been killing. Also, a lot of that came from that earth elemental I hit. Okay, there's one more stop along this road. Hopefully we're going to run into a road marker at some point. Up here. Oh, good. The destroyed bastion. And a Cyclops. Alright, fair enough. I believe those are Ogrids. But I wasn't sure. Hence why I used relic oil instead. Damn it. Got hit hard there. Got hit real hard. Took me from 10 to 5. Luckily he didn't last too long, and he only got one good hit in. One or two. Either way, though, sure are a lot of guarded treasures around this corner of the map. Oh, damn. Damn. That's a good find. Master crafted. That is the top level. And I got a good 4 out of 6 just right there, sitting and waiting for me. In any event, looks like we could keep going. Check out the east side of the river there, which you can see is marked by an even huger oak tree on the top of that hill. I mean, the possessed oak tree was relatively big, and it was unique enough to have its own road marker, but look at the size of that thing, especially when you consider how far away it is.
That's it, Roach.
That being said, I'm not sure if it's even possible to approach from this side. Oh, Griffin. Well, it's certainly dangerous to approach from this side. Oh no, that's a basilisk. Oh, straight back up into the air, huh? Dang it. And I got hit by poison too. That's that little droplet with the skull in it. As you might expect. Oh! Instant death. I chopped its head off. That's the way you do it. But yeah, like I said, I'm not even sure if it's possible to approach from this side. Because it's got these cliffs that you can't actually climb up. I'm doing that trick I explained earlier about rolling uphill, but that doesn't help when there is an actual invisible wall covering the sides of the slope, which you may have just noticed is right there. So it's not that the game is discouraging you.
Turn back or go forth?
It's not just that the game is discouraging you from going up towards the tree. It is making it impossible to do so. And as a matter of fact, the southern edge of the slope the tree is on does not exist properly. But one good thing about finding the edge of the map is that it counts as a fast travel point. So you can zip right on over to any of the road markers that you've got on the map. And so I've taken advantage of that to get back to where I was before, now that I have a few more levels on me, and continue my exploration of the southwestern corner of the map, where there's even more guarded treasure, and, is that a cat? It's like a panther of some sort. Surrounded by specters. Ah, dang it. Really should have seen that coming. Yeah, nothing too surprising from the wraiths here. Pretty sure that's a panther. Could be a dog with short ears, though. Good. Pretty sure it's not a dog. Come on. You know you guys only got the one trick, right? Anyway, next up is what I'm guessing is an abandoned town. Because towns that are not abandoned do not have question marks in the middle of them. Also, this is a rough part of Velen. Oh, hello. Hello, in fact. Nice. Oh, yep, sure enough. It's an abandoned site up here. And looks like we've got a bunch of deserter bandits as the current occupants. So let's get a little hangman's oil on the sword here. Start taking some heads off. Like so. Another bow user out here. Nip that in the bud. Alright, looks like there's one guy further in here. Well, yes, you are as one. You're the only one left. There we go. Still raiding, but at least it's a somewhat better lit time of day now. Looks like we've got a general merchant over here.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind.
Yep, sure is a bunch of general junk. At least I can get him a little bit of money by taking his glyphs and sigils. One nice thing I've noticed is that the price of armor does not go up nearly as fast as the price of swords in New Game Plus. Got a big old pile of bolts I'm not using, though.
Farewell.
Probably drop them. For some reason, you are not allowed to sell bolts to any merchant. None of them accept them. Even if they are special, do extra damage, or split into 3 ways, like the ones I'm using right now.
Maybe I should say around.
But in the meantime, I do need to add a little bit of extra durability to my swords. Keep them in good shape. Out here, far away from any blacksmith. And like before, I'm sticking with the road for now. Just in case... Oh. In case there are any quests along the sides.
You the ones destroying shrines all over Velen?
What's that got to do with you?
What's it got to do with you?
We are the heralds of lightning. Heavy drops from leaden clouds. Unleashed, the lightning's name shall be Overman.
Really?
The locals claim the gods are unhappy. No fear of their wrath?
The wrath of the gods? The gods are dead. We but dispose of their rotting remains, the dying embers of superstition that harms.
Great. Need a favor, though. You gotta clean up after yourselves here. Then go back to wherever you came from. Dispose of those embers there.
Religion is the opiate of the masses. The gods are dead. Thus speaks Master Friedrich of Oxenfurt. Common folk fear religion and the priests, not the gods. And this fear enslaves us in fetters of ignorance. We must forge a new morality, or rid ourselves of morality altogether.
Amusing as this little show is, I'm getting bored. Leave, and don't come back.
Or what?
Or I'll tell on you to the headmistress.
Repression! Attack the system's lackey!
Shit.
Apparently this is a punching job. Non-lethal. But yeah. Sounds like these are a bunch of Oxenfurt students who've read more Nietzsche than than what is honestly healthy. Or whoever they were talking about is the one who read too much Nietzsche.
That's it, Roach.
And for the record, I believe Geralt is, at the very least, agnostic. He's definitely not a big believer in religion. And while there are priests, clerics who can use magic in this setting, it's not fundamentally different from the kinds used by wizards. The kind of magic used by wizards. It's just done in different ways for different reasons. But that just comes from being a different profession in the same field, essentially. For his part, Geralt does not believe in the gods. But that doesn't mean he likes people who are dicks about it. Hence the conflict. Anyway, speaking of conflict, whole bunch of wraiths in this abandoned town. I apparently must have leveled up at some point. Just didn't really give me much of an indicator. But yeah, this town is fully abandoned and not coming back. Unlike some of the others down here in southern Velen. That said, I believe there is a point of interest nearby. It's probably the one that the player marker is pointing at, in fact. Can't get into any more of the building. Well, that's it for the buildings, so let's search further south. Fight some more wraiths. All of them simultaneously try and get behind me. Look like there are a bunch of graves here. Oh, and gravestones. Lot of gravestones. And a Noon Wraith. Which is a type of wraith that would normally be difficult if I hadn't scored an instant death on her. At the perfect moment, no less. Alright. Yeah, thought so. Nice. Oh. Guess I was gonna be headed this way no matter what. So, yeah, it looks like there were some grave robbers in the area, but they got themselves killed by a wraith. That'll happen. Oh, a gargoyle. It's another type of elementa enemy. Somewhat smaller, more mobile than either golems or earth elementals. But essentially the same in terms of attack abilities and speed and ability to soak damage and all of that. Oh. That was a deeper pit than I was expecting.
Magic. A place of power.
And there we go. The Ard, place of power in Velen. I think I'll stick with the mainland for now. Looks like there's a boat up that way. Should help me get to the island when the time comes.
Hey, yeah.
Let's get out of this graveyard. The dead are restless. Now, what do we got here? Ah. Neckers. The tiny ogroids. Only got me up to 9, though. Too bad. Just need to find one more and hit it twice. Oh, well, there's something around here. dang it. My sword lost a charge just on the walk over. Now it's at 10. It's got nothing to hit. Well, hopefully this next question mark will solve that.
Ugly bastard.
Nice. Endragon nest. Oh, didn't even have to destroy the eggs. I was expecting to have to. But looks like they've cleared them out themselves.
Just sent Grandad out for some dry brushwood.
What? Got any?
And for our troubles, we got access to an herbalist out in the middle of nowhere. And another signpost.
Farewell.
But where to go from here? And another question mark over on the right there. We do also have that island to the west. But with that boat in between the two question marks, I think this is going to be the best way to go. Hey there, Drowner. How's it hanging? Not much? Yeah, same here. Ah, dang. Got a full charge again.
Like that silver.
Nice. Still keeping up. More or less. Whole bunch of drowners around here. Yeah, definitely wouldn't get a new charge off of just that one, but, well, maybe there's some more drowners over on that little island. In which case, it would be nice to start from 3 instead of 0. Oh, sure enough. It's not just drowners, it's a monster nest. Still not enough. And the drowner's gonna come up for vengeance. No? Oh, maybe so. Not just that, but a drowner with a lot of hit points. Thank you. Oh, and another mastercrafted item. Diagram. Just sitting in a chest that was going to be buried until the drowners showed up and killed the person doing the digging. Anyway, next stop is to get that one question mark out in the middle of the water. So, at this point, I'm going to follow the coastline until I can come across that boat I saw earlier. Oh, this is apparently something. Something with a ruby in it. Neat. By the way, there's something nice about the boats in this game, which is that if you are in a boat, then you will have access to a bunch of special fast travel points, basically anchor points, where you can land your boat. And most of them are available without you having to go out and search for them. Although I'm not sure if they exist on this map. Doesn't look like they do. They definitely exist on the Skellige map, which is a whole bunch of islands. So, you know, that's when it would come up. Certainly. It's when it's more important to not end up just wandering for minutes on end through the endless waters. Although that being said, I am enjoying the view for the moment. Also the fact that the lightning and the thunder are not perfectly timed together, as they wouldn't be. Looks like we're coming up to the island now. Can't see too much of it, though. Doesn't look like there's much of it here, either. Seems to be some sort of ruins. And based on the position, the hidden treasure that I'm looking for here... Oh. Nice. The hidden treasure that I'm looking for here seems like it might be underwater. So this is probably some sort of sunken ruin. I'm certainly finding a lot of valuables around here, at least. Okay. So the marker item is on the ground above the water. Damn it. Damn it. It's doing so well, too.
Not good.
Especially considering that all those drowners just sort of jumped out and attacked me out of nowhere. But yeah, so the indicator was pointing to that location on the surface. However, the hidden treasure itself is somewhere in the ruins here. Might be over there with all the drowners. Actually, it definitely is. I've swapped to make it the active quest, and there's the yellow circle on the minimap. Not sure why I'm not hitting anybody until just now, though. By the way, drowners feature in all 3 of the main Witcher games. But this is the very first one in which you actually go underwater and fight drowners in their native habitat. All other times you just fight them along coasts and such. And one other note. I don't think drowners show up even once in the books. Like, the only reason they exist in the games is to be easy fodder enemies. Ghouls and Al-Ghouls are directly referenced. Like, the book that Ciri is supposed to read is spoken of in the game. But drowners? Well, if they do come up, then they've been given a different name by the people who translated the books, as opposed to CD Projekt, who, as I've previously mentioned, do often translate things differently from one another. Anyway, I just saved us a whole bunch of sailing back east. Damn it. And there we go. One more question mark dealt with. But now, here's where things get a little interesting. I've mentioned this before, but in this area there is a section that you really aren't supposed to visit until you return to Velen after having gone through a significant percentage of the main quests. So after you are a much higher level. We're about to go visit that area now. And as you may have noticed, they don't make it easy to get to. It is possible to get to it. It is possible to sail straight up to the point where you are able to just, not just visit this area, but, well, find a road marker that allows you to fast travel to it. I came in from the side here. But yeah, I am already in the area that I'm not supposed to be in. But, you know, I've been killing above my weight class for some time now, so let's see what's out here.
Now, you piece of filth.
Ah. A bunch of high-level foglets, that's what. I've told you already how much I hate fighting foglets. About to find out why now. Properly. Yep. Health is not doing so well. I'm getting some hits in, though. Just not enough of them. And again, sometimes you can stagger them, but sometimes you can't. And so while the latest save file put me a significant distance behind, far away from this area, had to kill all those deserters, in fact, again. But I know I can take these guys if I'm smart about it. Almost had one of them. And if I'm careful, I can get them both. Damn it.
Come on.
I'm not sure if it's even possible to hit their actual hit points while they're fogged up. I can nail their fog duplicates just fine, that's something. I'm not sure if that actually hits them. That did, though. Told you I could do it. Craziest thing, in fact, though, is that when you come to this place for the main quest, no foglets. None at all. Of any level. These things just exist to discourage you from coming here. As does that locked door that will not open. Not until the proper time has been reached. And oh yes, did you think that there would only be 2 foglets? Because as a matter of fact, there are several pairs of foglets out here. Yeah, definitely hitting something when I hit them while they're fogged up. I just don't know if that translates to their hit points. I killed something with instant death. But it looks like it wasn't the foglet. Looks like it was one of its fake fog versions. Faux fogs. I want it to sound clever, but I'm not coming up with anything. Anyway, the other thing you may have noticed is that when you're up here, there's actually not much to grab. I mean, there's a couple of boxes full of random loot, but none of it's the good stuff. There aren't even any Witcher gear things around here. But there is the Road to Bald Mountain. And yes, I believe that is in reference to the classical piece. And there's that question mark, but it is underneath the giant tree. We are not going to find it until we are supposed to be here and doing the main quest, as that is when roads and doors unlock, and we can actually get into where that question mark is located. As it is, it's just going to sit there and taunt us. Fortunately, there are other question marks to explore in the area. Question marks which are much easier to find. And since we found a road marker, it's not too hard to get to them. So let's do so. Sticking with the road again, just in case there are any markers along the way, but it appears we must part ways to find yet another guarded treasure. So many damn monsters down this way, including yet another earth elemental. Well, let's go deal with him. And hopefully get the right sign equipped before we get too close. It's slow enough that it's easy to dodge his blows. Like so. But still, it does have that area of attack effect. And even when they're of a similar level, you don't want to be in range of their hits. You don't really want them to hit you. So when they are of a much higher level, you really, really don't want them to hit you. By the way, something else you might have noticed is that I switched just then from quick attacks to strong attacks. You do that by holding shift and then hitting the attack button, at least on the computer with mouse and keyboard. And strong attacks really aren't that much slower than quick attacks. There's just a bit more wind up and a bit more follow through. So the attacks aren't quite as rapid fire. Also, I think they might also be a bit more directed. So they're more likely to hit one enemy rather than swinging wildly in order to hit everyone around you. Like in the first game, there also used to be a third kind of attack, which is like the group attack style, which was specifically all about just swinging your sword wildly in order to hit anyone who dared to get too close to you.
My son, were you able to learn anything?
I was.
I wish to know the truth. Be it sweet, be it painful. I wish to know.
Your son is dead.
How did it happen?
You wanted to know the truth.
He deserted, was caught and hanged.
Lies!
Found him hanging next to others. Notice posted on the tree was clear.
I do not believe you. My son was no coward.
Believe what you will. Found a letter on him, addressed to you.
Mother, this may well be the last time I write. In all my letters I have lied. Forgive me. I am no hero. I take no pleasure in killing Nordlings. This place is a nightmare. I have borne it until now. I can bear it no longer. Not long past, they ordered us to murder prisoners. Do you know what this means? To kill defenseless men. I must flee this place. Darling child, forever. You have found him for me. Your payment, take it.
Well, at least he deserted for a decent reason. That's some comfort to her. And in the meantime, I have also found some traces of the missing Nilfgaard patrol, so let's go fill in the quartermaster.
Greetings, quartermaster.
Honor and glory, Geralt. How can I help?
Found your soldiers, meaning their bodies. Female wyvern killed them. They wandered into her hunting ground.
A wyvern? Bleu de peste.
Discovered something else. You didn't send those boys out to scout. That was a death squad. Led some Redanian prisoners out there. Executed them.
War is like this. Who loses dies.
Those men haven't been forgotten. Someone will come asking about them.
In Nilfgaard, any soldier who is taken prisoner is as if dead.
Those prisoners were from Redania.
Soon to be an imperial province. Before Seovin, I wager, the great sun will fly upon banners above Redania's capital.
Oh, whatever.
Pay up, Nilfgaardian. Don't have the slightest desire to debate with you.
Nor I you. You have earned this coin. Take it, and leave me.
It's a bad taste, but it's also money out of the Nilfgaardian coffers.
I saw you.
It's a nice way to put it.